Hello everybody, welcome to my decisive round 3 game of Group C. I can show you the viewers here, this is the table. So to win, me or Dragou needs to win, and we also need Chunter to draw or beat Faskill. That's the situation. It's quite easy, it's quite simple, we both need the win. I've won the toss, so I'm going to receive and try and get lucky and kill all of his players in the first half. And Fimir and PC will do all the commentary. Please, no advice from anybody ever. I'm going to take out my headset and I'm going to not look at chat. And yeah, fingers crossed I don't play rubbish. Toodles!
All right, good luck, Jimmy. So yes, chat, please take that very seriously. Obviously, we do have Steve Motti with a big ban hammer, and he will delete and then ultimately kick out anyone that is offering advice. Jimmy's up against it as it is. The last thing he needs is any sort of investigation. If Chunter beats Faskill and this pair draw, then it all goes to complicated maths. First thing is who's scored the most touchdowns. Second thing is a head-to-head record, I believe. I'll go and check that exactly for you because it sort of feels like...
Yeah, because that could be really relevant.
It could. Okay, so the first tiebreaker is how many you have, is your score, obviously. That would put all three of them on the same score. The second tiebreaker is is the number of wins. So I think that would give them all the same number of wins, obviously, if they're on the same points. So the next one is touchdowns scored. Then it's touchdowns against. Then it is... I forget what the fifth one is, but there is a fifth one before they then actually have to go and play each other. Oh, then it's head-to-head, yeah. The head-to-head is the fifth one. And then it's a third match. They replay whichever two are, or if three, I don't know. There must be a method if there's three that are drawn for how they work out which one goes through. But if any two are on the same number, they have an extra game. And if four are on the same number, then they randomly allocate 2 games and the 2 winners go through.
Well, in my opinion, if there are 3 completely exactly tied at all levels, they should get banned from the competition, and the 4th one should pass and be the only one, and that's it. Because what the hell is this? We are making people do maths.
Yeah, I think they should all have to meet in France on a given Saturday at 9 AM and thumb wrestle outside the Eiffel Tower. I think it's the only sane way.
It's exactly the only way. And here we are, the game of games.
All right, so Jimmy's receiving, and the ball is right behind the line of scrimmage. Although it has bounced 1 square pulled back, he'll like that. Means less chance of a bounce through if the pickup fails.
Also, we already lost a turn, so it's going to be a quick game. Jimmy managed to keep his 11 plays in turn 1 of this game.
Yeah, it's a hell of a start. Let's see what happens in turn... Oh no, we're in turn 2 because of course it must have been...
yeah, it's a timeout,
right.
so...
Timeout. So he got through turn 1 because there was no actions. Brilliant.
Exactly.
Nice, nice
11 player saved all his time bank. Wait a second, not all his time bank. He already spent 7 seconds.
Yeah, that must have been on the setup or something, because it isn't this turn yet, is it?
Magnificent LOS blocks, and finally a zombie is the one that has to do the job.
Yeah, it does get it done, though. It's not a complicated lizard team, this. It's gone with block on all the Sauruses, except one, which he's given guard to.
A revolutionary change in the setup of lizards. Oh, there you go. Seriously, had a zombies doing the heavy.
Oh, look, there we go. Huge advantage, huge equity shift right on turn 1.
And now comes the blitz with the Flessie. Another pow.
And it was an actual injury, so he's let it go. It was a seriously hurt, therefore the Apo, of course, only 6 in 16 chances. In the new rule set, that'll be 8 in 16, or 50%.
Which, in my opinion, is still absolutely insane.
It's
Should be
exactly
a
the same as
2+,
regen,
like,
except they get over
fantastic.
every
There you
single
go, there
injury.
you go. This is the images you came here to see. The crotch zoom. But careful, Flessie getting punched in the face.
Yeah, Jim's got to be very happy about that Saurus removal, though. What he needs this time is to keep the wolf alive and keep the flesh golems on the field. The other game has kicked off, by the way. They're on turn 3, so they're about the same sort of place. Tiny bit ahead. Amazons versus rats, so I'm just kind of hoping I see a lot of death there, really.
There is already an injury rat and a KO rat. Line rats, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yep, there's one injury, one KO to the rats, but of course Crystal not fielding one of his gutters and his thrower, his leader thrower, kept on the bench for a 1 turn.
Oh, the Croxigor coming for the wolf.
Well, you would. There's only one wolf, if you can get it. Sacrificial skink. Yes, does feel that way.
Well, sacrificial skink, but you have to go after him, and there are no. He needs to free a player there, which is could be not easy.
Well, remember it's going to be on the ground another turn because it was stunned, so.
Okay, now how do you get any kind of 2 dice here, Jimmy? Complicated. He has the Wrestle Ghoul to try to take down a skink, but wrestling a skink is suboptimal because then they get up and they can still move 3 miles.
Absolutely. You know what's going to help him a bit is 4 nice guards there. That does give him some sort of edge to try and get those hits in. Do you know who won't be able to do that in the future is dwarf teams.
Yes, because they won't have a guard. They will have 4 guard.
Yeah, they
only
can have
4
guard. But if they have 4 guard, it means they've got no mighty blow. So
no, but it's 4 of each. So you can have 4 guard and 4 mighty blow.
That we're going to get settled, we think. Some people still.
No,
think
it must be 4 of each. You can have only 4 block, 4 guard, or 4 mighty blow. You know, among the 3 of them, it will be mental. Yeah. It will be 2 block, 1 mighty blow, 1 guard.
I think that's fine. But if it's 4 total, we'll cope. I've already been told off once for the One World, One Blood Bowl for all of my guests being negative and saying that some of the teams were unplayable. How could I possibly know? I would cite 38 years of playing Blood Bowl through multiple different rule changes. But they're right, we don't 100% know. Now, this is quite dangerous at the moment. Jimmy's got a nice cage, but it is a based cage. So I wonder if he's going to try and, move this zombie back. No, he's staying on those Sauruses. I'm slightly worried about this, Femir.
This doesn't look good.
Well, Wraiths, of course, are very hard to knock over, so there is that. And even if you knock that zombie over, there's not much to get around and come in from that edge. But I'm still not crazy about it.
Is he maybe considering a chance to get 1D on the Croxigor or going for 1D on the Lizard? He's going to go 1D on the Saurus. Full instant pow.
Oh, of course it is. I mean, really pushing it off, I think, was what he was after there, beating his man off. But he got the pound, which is obviously better.
And doesn't risk any more 1D.
No, that secures the cage nicely. And, well, it would be another 1D on the Saurus. I think he felt that was pushing his luck. Well, a good solid start from Jimmy. He's stabilised, he's removed a Saurus, and he's in a good position to drive forwards. In the other game, it's similar. The Amazons have stabilised. They've now removed 3 rats, 2 KO, and 1 badly hurt. They have lost no one. So it's 11 versus 8. But the Rat Ogre is on the field and trying to cause them problems.
The ball is base by Asaurus. And now the guard one is coming around, and now it gives him a lot of 2Ds that he could get anyway.
Yeah, I'm not sure Jimmy's going to be overly worried about a based ball. He's got lots of different ways of removing it, but obviously it does need attention. And once again, the golems go down, but they do tank the hits. Now, I know you as a man of honor and principle, Famir. If you were Crystal Hunter here, do you think you'd
Going for the win, 100%.
Not try terribly hard, knowing it would knock Jimmy out?
That's independent of how honorable I am, which I am a lot. I know 100% I could be advantage. The Chanter will always goes for the win.
Yeah, me too.
Always.
No doubt in my head that Chanter will try and win this game. He just doesn't know another way to play.
It is, Tonu. The ball is base, and the game should have ended, but there is a bug here since a lot of editions of Blood Bowl that makes you continue playing the game, unfortunately. But it should be...
Now, I didn't see that coming. I thought he'd keep the Crocs in there fighting the golems, but the Crocs has gone around the other side of this cage, which does massively complicate it. And with the skink on the back corner, suddenly Jimmy does look in a bit of a bind.
Very risky bonehead roll that was a success, and yes, that Croxigor there is very problematic.
I mean, the wolf has got 1 into uphill, or a zombie could come back and make it 2 into 1 to get the Crocs out the way, but it doesn't deal with the Saurus. Oh no, I'd missed that little skink hiding behind the World Championship logo. So the zombie can't help. Yeah, this is a pain for Jimmy.
Here's 2D there, gets a full pow, gets some space. That's another assist for the Croxigor, and the Croxigor gets blitzed with 2D. First one is absolutely nothing. Okay, this could be a reroll. It's gonna be a reroll. Hines, ooh, happy pow. Not an armor break, by very little. But yeah, there was been pushes again. Croxigor there. Exactly where you don't want the Croxigor basing the ball. That's double win.
Yeah, now ideally you want to leave that Croxigor behind on a zombie and get out of dodge. Having blitzed it, of course, he has less options with how he deals with the Saurus that's bothering his ball carrier. Some inappropriate touching going on there. It's another 1 die. Is he really going to do it? There is a zombie that could have come around. Again, he lucks out with the 1 dies.
Another pow, 1D pow.
Yeah, of course, he needs a push or a pow, but he's got pows both times so far. He's going to be very happy with that. Still needs to find somewhere for this ball to go. And ideally, he'll want to be somewhere where the Crocs can't blitz the zombie off and get ball contact. So perhaps over to the right beyond the wolf.
Two squares to the right from the ball behind the... Oh, he's going the whole way.
I mean, the problem is, of course, the 4+ is a 5+ Saurus dodge. He's got to be worried about that. And of course, they do have 2 rerolls. And Dragou may be thinking, do you know what? It's a 50% roll with a reroll, but it gets me 2 die on the ball. And otherwise, this drive's looking bleak. I don't know. But yeah, he has gone to the right of the wolf, which I thought was the only safe space. The Crocs there, even if it blitzes and does 2 GFIs, cannot touch his ball carrier. The space he's in, I mean, if the Saurus on the golem that's furthest to the right dodges off, it can only contact, it can't blitz. So I think he'll stay there. No, he's going 1 back, he doesn't want any contact. You leave his ball alone. Now, obviously, the skinks can get to this because skinks can get anywhere, but are they going to bother? A swarm of skinks trying to take down an entire ghoul with blodge? Not sure.
Only not. Here comes the blitz.
Ah, okay. So he's blitzing the zombie to get that Saurus back in the action. Sorry, the ghoul. And obviously that other skink can either run around and touch the ball up, or it can head back into the backfield, ready for the inevitable drive forwards.
Oh, punch it intensifies. Okay, he's going back. And I'm not going to be aggressive. I'm just punching these flesh golems. Oh, double pow. And serious injury.
Oh dear.
Regens.
I mean, it regens, but Jimmy's not going to want to golem off the pitch. When we've seen that before, it's been a tough spot.
Oh, wait a second. 1 in 9. Does he? No, wait. Yes. 1
Guard,
in 9 with the guard.
Of course it is.
Of course, it's the guard. I mean, I'm not very sure if the guard is in a Saurus team is really that, you know.
Nuffle knows these things. Nuffle knew that was the blockless Saurus. And the question is, with only 2 rerolls left and half a drive, do you have to take this?
He has to
just got one of the golems out. No, he rerolls.
He rerolls, gets the pow.
I think I would have taken it, but also because I hadn't stood the Saurus up next to it. I think that's why he didn't feel he could. 2 Sauruses on the ground in the middle there. Not ideal.
Now the Saurus that was on the ground can get up and move.
Yeah, now it can go somewhere more fun. And I think that's why we saw the reroll use, was he really wanted that Saurus back active. I think that was a very nice turn from the Lizards there, considering what they started with and how they ended. That's a good turn.
Big screen for the Lizards here on the right side of the pitch. More than enough skinks and Lizard Saurus to cover up. The Crocs are taking over 2 pieces.
Well, the Croc's taking a zombie out isn't that important, but it's obviously that ghoul is now a 1 in 4 to fail the dodge off. And ghouls have been known to get hurt even by grass cuts, let alone big crocsy things. So it's not a
Here comes the blitz with the wolf on a skink.
With a follow-up 2-die from the zombie if it doesn't power, which it does. Gets the both down on the second set of dice, doesn't break the skink's armor.
Doesn't kill the skinks.
Some people
Jimmy
now
didn't pay attention to Reddit.
Yeah, I was going to say, some people are turning to Reddit in disgust now, feeling they were promised something that just hasn't delivered. Yeah, Jimmy's just worked out that if he goes in that space that he likes the look of, he's vulnerable to that Saurus. But deciding as it's turn 5, he can't hang around in the backfield. He is moving forwards. This golem needs to get a power, doesn't it?
I think he does.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think all will likely be well now.
My favorite roll delivers once more. But no armor break, nor anything. And now the ghoul will try to run away and cover.
Ooh, that's a very risky dodge off, because if it failed, the Crocs can obviously hit the zombie and be tagging it again. I often like dodging away from somewhere, so if it fails, it doesn't fail in a square the Crocs can naturally cover. But it does mean the upside of that risk is obviously it's right back by the ball carrier.
And turn 5 of Jimmy finish. Now the turn 5 of the Saurus of Jimmy has started with 1 less turn. And the fleshy, but the fleshy regen.
He's doing fine for time. He's still got nearly 6 minutes left. Of course, the opponent Hasn't hardly used any. He's at 713. So
Ooh. Regens.
yeah, regen set to on today. Jimmy's going to be very grateful for that. Big double 6 on the casualty roll there. Meanwhile, very similar position on the other side. The Amazons drive somewhat stalled, despite their removal of lots of rats. The rat ogre did get up in their face, but at the moment it's been slammed out and it's on the ground. So the Zons are trying to make their way forwards. Get their touchdown done. It's looking fine, Quincy. He's down numbers slightly, but only by 1. He's got more pace, more agility, and he's got the ball.
Yes.
Add to that a positive attitude and a sunny disposition, and I just don't see why you're worried.
There is absolutely nothing that can go wrong here.
Now, the left of this field is looking very congested with the Crocs and 3 to 4 Sauruses. The right-hand side, a lot less so. I think that Saurus that just moved in on the Wraith, I'm not sure I would have done that.
Oh, bonehead.
Yeah.
And he was the blitz.
Oh, it was going to come around. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, only one rush would have put it on the between the wolf and the ghoul at the rear of the ball carrier. A very, very nice position for it to have been in. But, you know, when you trusted big guys doing stuff, it's going to go wrong sometimes.
That's 6
what
times I had. This didn't happen.
I think it roughly works out at that, yes. Unless you're talking about my trolls, in which case it's about 50%.
That's what everybody says about their big guys.
Okay, we have had a bit of an equity shift over on the Amazon rat game. The leader thrower from the Amazons and one of the strength 4 blockers have now been removed, both by KO, but they are off the field. The rats are down 3 KOs and one serious injury, but only all to linemen. Oh no, I'm lying. 2 of the KOs are gutters. Chunter again being traditionally not very careful with his gutters. Oh. And this time he didn't leave any on the bench. There's only 2 on the field, but the leader thrower is benched.
And the ball is based by the roger, as I can see.
Mm-hmm.
That's the ultimate win.
Yeah, the roger's got back up there in the ball's face. So again, a 3 and 4 to dodge off it, or you need to try and find a way to move it off.
Double pow into nothing.
Yeah, these skinks are made of stern stuff today.
Jimmy has a series of 1D blocks that he can take. Should also move the ball, obviously. But there is one with a block.
Now Jimmy's in range. He's got 2 turns after this, and he is now over the halfway line. So we are within range of scoring without rushes. Of course, we're not incredibly well protected. It does strike me that 3 skinks are going to be all over this ball. And I'm just not sure if there's anything we can do about that.
3 or 4.
Well, it only takes 3 to hit them, then you've got the 4th to sweep up. But that will involve at least 1 dodge, so it's not 100% likely to happen.
Big dodge coming for Jim if he goes that way. Big dodge in Dodge City.
Oh, I think I'd want to be by the ball rather than on that Saurus, but it does mean you can knock the Saurus over. But the right-hand flank of this ball carrier looks like where 3 skinks could congregate and have a party, doesn't it?
And an armor break by the zombie, and it gives him
That's
a lot of breathing
huge.
space.
Yeah, absolutely huge. That Saurus on the ground, it was a Wraith that did it, wasn't it? But that Saurus stunned just gives him so much space up this right-hand flank. It's literally only the skinks over there now stopping him. If he can get lucky with maybe a Wraith tanking 1 hit.
And maybe he could have moved the zombie base in the Croxigor 1 square to the left,
Yeah, I can see that.
just to make the Croxigor, the Croxigor blitzes or something like that, trying to keep him a little farther away from the action.
Yep.
Or could have base the Frisaurus.
I mean, the problem is here, you can free 2 Sauruses on the left, particularly if you hit that Wraith, but you need to move the first one first, or else the Wraith might tank all 3 of those hits. And then you hit the Wraith and see if you can move the second one. But outside of moving those 2 around the back, really the skink play is the only play I see here, and I just think it's got to be tried.
Yeah. And if you would like to see the play, why not try some coaching? JimmyFantastic will give you an exclusive 1-to-1 session for 90 minutes. DM him on Discord or email jimmyfcoaching@gmail.com for more details. And for £300 more, I will be there offering my full support, whole admiration, whole respect, whole presence. For £200, I will be there, but just there. And for £100, I won't even be there. You will be giving me £100.
Will you at least think of us with that?
Yeah, probably yes. Probably
for
yes.
a minute
Have a
or two.
space on your my thoughts. Yes.
Send positive thoughts. Yes.
Yes.
There you are. Great value for money.
Thoughts or prayers, one of them, not both. Oh, badly hard of the.
Now the Zons, I'm afraid,
Right.
you have a very, very simple scoring chance. They've just powered another gutter. No injury. Hit and run gives them that bonus square, and then they're in no rushes. A 2-die on a gutter to push their way through. And
Jimmy losing one of the grades, and here comes the blitz to the. Will he reroll it? No, he keeps it just in case for the 1-turner or whatever the elite wants to do, and puts him 1 square.
now the obviously the Amazons are going to get a second roll at this, having scored on turn 8 of their drive. But currently, neither of their KOs came back, so the strength 4 blocker is out, and the leader thrower is out. On the rat side, obviously the injury didn't come back, but the 2 gutters did. Only the clan rat, very, very Crystal Hunt this. Only the clan rat failed its KO. He has all 4 gutter runners for his 1-turn attempt. And with his leader about to come off the bench, he will also have 2 rerolls.
And thanks, Le Chat Ventru, for raiding. Welcome, Raiders. We are here in the last game of the qualifying phase, the first stage of the World Championship. Everything on the line for everybody.
It's an interesting setup we're seeing from Faskill. I think the word interesting is fitting here. I'm not sure he's realised quite how easy it is for rats to get 2 pushes on a gutter runner. But he seems to think he can stop it with this creative defence. I don't. I think it can be stopped, but not with this creative defence. It's not terrible. It is interesting, and it does give a problem that Crystal won't be used to solving. However, Crystal is very used to solving problems on the fly. I do just also need, while they set up for this 1-turn, I'm just going to go and say hello to my partner that's returned home.
Now Jimmy here, thinking hard. This is the time where he needs to progress a lot. Blockless block. Unpunished, full power, the guard piece again. Sorry, I'm having my dinner right now. But it's done, it's done. Blitz with the wolf on the skink. Gets a full pow. Will the wolf achieve something? Not much, but opens the space. And Jimmy could be facing a very complicated turn 8. Now he's going to have to dodge, probably rush a little.
Now, Jimmy does have a free Wraith, I notice, for that free Saurus, so he can tag
Yes.
that.
His only Wraith. The other one left the pitch and he will never be back.
Yeah. Oh, okay, that happened while I was gone, did it? And that one didn't regen. Oof. Now, how is Jimmy getting out of this? I mean, he can dodge off backwards, but it costs him a square.
I think he's doing the calculation.
The only way, isn't it?
Dodging backwards still allows him to be in range.
Yes, but it's a 1 in 9 fail that if it fails is literally game over. Those skinks will pick the ball up and be gone. So this 1 in 9 ends Jimmy's World Cup if it fails, in my opinion.
And a rush. And another rush, and here we go.
Oh, he does use the dodge. Oh, he makes it.
Oh, 1 and 6, maximum drama, maximum, you know.
And makes both the rushes. I mean, I don't know. I might have had the wolf one more to the right because this just seems a very easy path for the skinks to come all back in my face again. But sometimes you have to take what you can take. Drag you down to 1 reroll. So
yeah, I think I can see 2D on the ball here
Yeah.
by the Blizzards, involving not that many rolls, but it is what it is.
this time it's 1 dodge, isn't it, for 4 dice on the board.
Yes.
I mean, you could come with the Saurus, but I just wouldn't bother. I'd come with 3 skinks.
Also, it will be more or less the same result, but worse.
Yeah. 3 skinks is all you need. The one that marks the wolf has stood up. So you've tagged that out and given the wolf a problem if it wants to help. And now you just need to get 2 of the skinks on for assists, and then the 3rd skink does the hit.
And that's exactly what's going to happen. First one gets in front.
Yeah, no rushes needed to get to that position. One to the left would have been lovely, but that was a rush needed.
And
does
this could
he-
be the
it's
1 in
1 in
9 of our dreams.
No,
No.
like Jimmy, he only makes us think he might, but doesn't fail.
And
No
doesn't
power on
roll
the first set of
power,
dice.
rerolls,
No
and
power on the
doesn't roll
second set of
power.
dice. Oh, Jimmy, those are so fine. Your dice are so fine, they blow my mind. Has to push it back towards the wolf. Does so. However, this is just not that tricky.
No.
I mean, you can just dodge out and double rush.
And Asaurus hit a flesh in rage for the failure of the skinks.
Well, they have had a lot of dice on the ball and not managed to pow. I think at this point we do have to say
A
Jim's been quite
total of
lucky
6
so far.
dice on the ball.
Yeah.
Oh, now you need to be careful with the side step of the raid. You don't want to side step on the path to score.
No, but also that Saurus coming forwards gives you a problem. It's not insolvable, but it's a problem. That is the path we wanted to go down, and it's now going to be marking it.
Antonio 24 asks if blotch is good. Yes, in general it's good, unless you are the coach that has it, in which case it will never work, and your players will always get powed and die.
Chunter, by the way, made his 1 turn.
There you go.
As
For
I
the people that were
suspected.
doubting.
As I suspected he might. So it is 1-1 at the half with the ball in Chunter's hands. The Amazon KOs, the leader came back. The Strength 4 blocker did not. Faskil is in a tough half spot. He's still got 11 on the pitch, but he's down one of his best players. Chunt has 11 on the pitch, and he's down 2 clan rats, so he's really not concerned.
Jimmy counting squares. And if I do this, I think he could get.
Well, look, the wolf can move the skink off the back of that pack very easily.
Yes, the question is, you want that to be the blitz so you can move then the wolf in contact with the Saurus to get 1D with the Wraith, or the zombie can do it, you know, the zombie that is down there, yes.
I mean,
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, I mean, the problem is you can't do both, can you? There's only one space that you're not blocking your own square. So I think he's just going to come forwards with the zombie and move it on a 1 die.
KO, the skink.
Finally removes the skink. But he has blitzed with the wolf, because of course there's no other need for the blitz anywhere else. I think he'll, I don't know, he might pull all the way back just in case. But there's only 1 turn for the lizards after this. They can't score.
Is this a 1D into the dodge play?
I mean, the problem is if you put 2 assists in, it becomes a double dodge. But it's definitely easier to move the Saurus, isn't it?
Jimmy still has 2 rerolls.
Mm.
And Sims is going for the 2D.
He's going for the 2D and then the 2 dodge. He's got reroll skill of both. Both are only 1 in 9, and then there's 2 rushes. It's all still fairly good.
Yes, exactly.
3 plus 3 plus 2 plus. Makes the first, makes the second. Oh, first reroll gone, but he gets home the 1-0. Well done, Jim.
6 have been uncletched in Darlington tonight. 1-0 for Jimmy after a very tough first half, first drive, with 1 white gone. That's 3 guard pieces. 1 of the blocks, Jimmy's block gone too. But there is 1 Saurus gone also for the lizards.
Yep, that Saurus is not coming back, and neither is the Wraith.
And in theory, Jimmy still has enough players to avoid the 1 turn, having to stand firm and the side step.
Yep. Oh yeah, it's incredibly difficult to do this. And I just don't think there's a way to get enough pushes. With 2 wolves, maybe. Even then, it's so difficult. You've got to knock the golems over, get things all the way around the Wraith, and then use it for the 2 pushes. It's more or less impossible without a Juggernaut piece. And even the Juggernaut, it's not easy. Meanwhile, Chunt's looking in a very good position on the other game. But of course, it's Amazons, and they're never going to be an easy win.
Well, I can tell you, when there is a Jimmy replay of this game, I think at this point when we start talking about sharp opportunities for the rats coming soon.
So I think
and
we're setting up
still have 4 days to apply to the more cap.
I think what we're seeing here is quite interesting. It's a semi 1-turn defense and a semi timeout defense from Jim. So he's up the field in case of the timeout, which is definitely the Lizards' best chance of a 1-1 here. But at the same time, he's just putting the stand firm and the sidestep pieces on the line, because he does respect 1 turning with a move 8 skink. He needs 3 pushes, and with ordinary pieces, that's not particularly hard. Move 7 pieces are seen as quite hard to do the 1 turn with. Move 8, really, you should know how.
And here we go. What is gonna be? I think he's ready for the kickoff. Turn 8, first half. He uses on the ball to get close to the ball. Timeout. Oh my God. 2
And
times
it
for
is
the
the
Lizards.
timeout. So Jim set up in the perfect way, in the perfect place. Dragou here, no re-rolls, but he does have 2 turns to try and get a score done. I don't think he will, Vermeer, but it makes it more interesting, doesn't it?
And Escuela hitting the zombie with the Saurus.
Just needs to get something into the backfield to give him some sort of shot.
I think he will be able to manage to get some skinks down the pitch.
Oh, I think he will. It's interesting that he's chosen to make that hole before he's done any of the line of scrimmage hits. Of course, with golems and a wraith there, no guarantee you actually knock anything over at all, is there?
No. And if you want to free one of the Saurus, you have to risk a 1 in 9. With the guard, again, the guard piece. Wait a second, it's still 1D, so you have to hit with the Croxigor first. Oh, that's a lot of dice to free a Saurus. So this is going to be Dodge City, Skink City.
Yeah,
Already 2 Saurus down the pitch. That's a lot of Saurus.
I think I'd probably just accept freeing the guard Saurus here as a reasonable thing to do. And then I try and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, I try and drop it in between the zombie and the ghoul, protecting that other Saurus. I think that's probably where I'd try and go. Or indeed to protect the ball carrier, who isn't going to be able to get into range from all the way over there. Particularly as it's a chameleon, isn't it? So it's only move 7.
Yep. So move 7, so probably he's going to try to do the big push with a stand firm.
Yeah, that's what you didn't want there. That's sort of ruined everything.
That will keep the guard Saurus stuck there.
I think he's going to try the handoff to that skink.
Yeah, the skink on the back.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter when you do it because you have no rerolls left. So
oh, I think he's doing it this turn. I think he's doing it now. There we go.
And it works with a 4.
Makes the handoff.
Now, you can say, oh my God, the timeout is so unfair. But there was already a timeout at the beginning of the game that stole 1 turn from Jimmy. And then the Lizards recovered that turn at the end of the drive.
Yeah.
So in total, 8 turns have been played by each team.
Absolutely.
Team, you know.
Perfectly normal for stuff. Jimmy's fault for scoring early.
Equity protected.
Chunter, by the way, is, as I said, at 1-1, has the ball in hand and is stalling up by the line. There are Amazons all around him. There's a very good chance he has to go in this turn. Unless he just fails entirely. Of course, being rats, he can just do 2-1 in 36s, pull out into the midfield and form an entirely new cage. But I'm just not sure he's going to. Everything else is in such disarray, despite having equal numbers on the field, that I just think we're probably going to see a Chunter score, because that way he can't lose. He will definitely at least draw. And that's just very Chunter to think he can defend as well as he can attack, so why not get the score on the board?
Yep. And now Jimmy has to count a lot of squares. There is a lot of skinks and 2 Saurus. There's actually 3 skinks and 2 Saurus on the right side of the pitch of Jimmy's, which is exactly the amount of Saurus and skinks you don't want to see on the right side of your pitch.
Yes, it's way too many by about 5, isn't it?
Yeah, it's too many. It's too many Saurus. You know, I'm not, saying that they deserve to be there, but, they have their own places. Why they have to come there?
Well, think how much worse this could have been if either he had managed to free another Saurus from the line of scrimmage, or if it had even a single reroll to do a couple of little rushes and just tidy this position up. The furthest advanced skink, if it had been 1 more square, I'd have liked it more. As it is, the wolf can get to the ball. I don't think it's going to, but it can. I don't quite know what Jimmy's going to do, though. Hard to read what he's trying this turn. It's a tough spot, and he's got very little that's responsive, because Necro aren't a very responsive team, particularly with only 1 wolf.
Okay. Cancel the assists and
Yeah.
hit.
Oh, he can do it. He can stand up and cancel the assist. Then he can hit the ball with 2 dice from the wolf, either off the Saurus or off the side. But either way, that's his only rush. He will end up where the ball currently is. So even if he stops them scoring, the odds of the wolf staying on the field seem quite slim. So it's a risk. But yeah, I think that's...
Here comes dodging with the ghoul.
What the...
Cancel every single assist.
Yeah. It'll be fine. It's only 2 dodges and 2 GFIs, and that's what he got to score. So he's done this once already.
So then it's guaranteed to happen again. Jimmy has 1 reroll, 2 minutes left in the time bank.
Have you seen what he's planned here, Fermir? Because I have. It's a good plan.
I think I've seen it, and involves cancelling a lot of assists. Maybe even considering a chain to throw the ball out of the pitch.
Yeah, he's thinking about getting both the ghoul and the wolf right in front of the ball.
But he's so greedy, involves so many rolls.
And then that zombie, you can cancel the Saurus with the zombie in the midfield. So the zombie will then get, the one on the ground will then get 2 die to surf the ball. Only needs a push. But it does require 2 dodges and 2 go-for-its from the ghoul and 2 go-for-its from the wolf to get there. That's
and
quite
Jimmy
a lot of
needs
dice.
To be quick. And I think he changed his...
This isn't needed for this plan, so he's changed his mind.
He changed... No, it could be the ghoul, the one cancelling the assist. Wait.
Yeah, he's just spotted the route in the back.
Okay,
he's going to try with the ghoul. The ghoul's going to come in the back and try and surf that way. Still 2 dodges, but less GFIs, less rushes. Only the 1. Makes the first dodge. Oh, second dodge. Doesn't make the second.
Okay,
Oof. I got to say, I think that's a touchdown for the lizards, unless I'm very much mistaken. And a surf of the wolf. Saurus 2 dies, the zombies, of course, and then you've got 3 skinks to surf that wolf, and then you just run it in.
Just don't 1 in 9 with the skinks, and you are set.
Yes, you do need to take both these powers, because you need that second assist from the other skink. Takes the first. Only needs to move it. Has done. And takes the second, I would presume. Yeah. And gets a POW. Doesn't need it, but gets it. Now he just needs a push on 2 die on the wolf. So it's a 1 in 9 this. Gets it.
It's not a 1 in 9, and the wolf leaves the pitch with a POW. The fans punish the wolf with a KO.
Oh, I think we're blaming the crowd for that. So all of you in chat, that is your fault. And it's 1-1 at the half. Jim's not going to have been happy about that.
No, Jim is going to be down. The wolf... No, well, the wolf is back.
Wolf's back, so that's good.
Wait, no. The wolf is not back.
No, the wolf is not back. So he's down a wolf and a wraith. Jesus. He's trying to defend 1-1.
He has to defend against lizards.
I mean, he's got 11 players, but just not very good players. Way too many zombies on the pitch for Jim's liking, I'm sure. Only 1 wraith, only 1 golem. Oh no, 2 golems, but only 1 wraith and no wolf. The ghouls are going to have to get through some work here.
Whoa,
of course,
whoa, very, very, very hard.
Of course, the lizards are still down a Saurus. So
in the other game, Panther scored 2-1, 10-12 for the rats.
Yeah. Lizards, rats are now trying to turn over.
Hello, everybody. I just want to say, what an absolute load of shit that was, eh? Jesus Christ. I went from 1-0 up and then to losing a wolf and losing the game. Fucking brilliant.
Yeah, to a guy with no rerolls. So the Amazons are in some trouble here. They're 2-1 down. They have their ball in the backfield, but it's being inappropriately touched by a gutter runner. Very easy to move it off, of course, but it does use your blitz up. And it does mean there's still a gutter in your backfield, which is never a nice feeling.
I mean, when this happens, I'm gonna grab an apple.
I mean, I went to a private school. Given a freedom of choice, I will still always put my back to a wall. Just to be safe. Yeah, there's no denying, Quincy, this is a tough spot for poor Jim. He's down 2 of his good players, leaving very few good players on the pitch. And as I said, the only real hope for him is that the Lizards are down a Saurus. So they do
All
have
right.
5 skinks. A lot of Blood Bowl left to be played in both games, though.
Get the ref. 1 bribe per team. I think Jimmy will consider fouling.
Oh, 100%. Zombies were born to foul. So, well, they're born to eye gouge, but until they can, they'll be foulers. And if any of those big guys hit the ground, I'm sure Jimmy will put the boot in. It's whether he bothers fouling skinks. That's whether he'll see any skinks to foul. That's the 2 questions there. The Amazons have stabilised their second drive. They have 4 more turns, and they are stabilised on the halfway line in a very safe-looking cage. Still 11 rats on the field, though. Yes, Niagara, there was a timeout. So Jim got in on turn 8. The Lizards, without any rerolls, managed to get 2 turns from the timeout. Snuck down the right-hand side as we look with 2 Sauruses and 3 skinks. Unfortunately, Jimmy's attempted to surf the ball, which looked very on, failed. He made the first one in 9, failed the second, and there was only then 1 rush to go. But, yeah, that led the Lizards run it in. So it's now 1-1. Rewinding is a thing. What you need to do if you want to rewind is you need to go not from this live broadcast, but if you go to JimmyFantastic's Twitch page, from there you can watch this broadcast from the start or from anywhere through it, or from right now and then rewind back. So you can't rewatch a live stream, but you can go back and watch this stream as it's being generated, if you see what I mean.
That's 1 zombie gone.
Yep, so it's not even numbers anymore. Now, of course, the Saurus is taking up very aggressive positions on the edge there.
Yes, if you are a subscriber of the channel, you can rewind.
If there was even a single wolf on the field, they probably wouldn't risk that. But there isn't, so they will.
I mean, I think Jimmy should go for the foul on the Croxigor here.
Yeah, I think if I could make it happen with a reasonable number of assists, I would definitely be doing that. He needs something to turn this luck around. It does look like that's what he's going for. He's blitzing this Saurus off.
Oh, serious injury on a Saurus.
Yeah, that's huge. That's starting to...
He's going to eat it because it's not a KO.
Yep, it's a more equitable game now for sure. We have 10 of each on the field. But really importantly, the Lizards are down to 4 Sauruses and a Crocs. And that's before this Crocs gets fouled, which surely he's going to be fouled.
He has to be fouled. He has to.
It's only going to be 2 assists, but you've got that bribe, you've got some zombies. I think Jim will go for this.
Yes, bros. He hit it with the ghoul instead of the wolf. There you go, exactly. Very smart from Jim, using the player in the pitch instead of the KO1.
Yeah, Veli, he might not now, with the numbers back even, and chipping a Saurus is so huge compared to a skink. But he's got that free bribe, burning a hole in his pocket.
Free bribe. He has that.
See Jim resisting.
You have to. Lady Luck smiles at the brave, but laughs at the idiots. Which one will be here after this play? You will only know which one you are after the die is cast. And
Not
here comes the
quite
foul.
sure why the Blodgeginker's run that far back, but the Blodgeghoul, but there we are, it has.
Just a stun, but considering it's a Croxigor, there's going to be a lot of stuns of the Croxigor not being very useful.
Yeah, that's at least one more to even try and get up, so it won't be any use on this turn 10. It won't be much use on turn 11, even if it does stand up. So it's going to be a while till it's back central to the game. Of course, we talked about Jimmy fouling, but of course, Dragou does have a bribe as well. But much less things he would be happy to foul with. Perhaps the Chameleon Skin.
Also, having the Croxigor, stun makes the chance of any dodgy play blitz with the Croxigor or something like that much more difficult. And he's going back.
Yeah, no surprise to me. He's going to come and try and defend this Crocs with the bribe not spent. So he's
and
going
the
to put
Croxigor is going to be moved.
Yeah. Yeah, I really like that. Get it out of the way of where those zombies can easily get to it. I'd probably slip a skink around the edge and try and get 2 die on this flesh golem as well. No, he much prefers defending the space. Well, can't say I hugely blame him. In that case, I'd probably take the 1 die on. It's block versus guard, and without it, you just get the Saurus knocked over, and there's fouls all over that Crocs again. I don't think this is as helpful as...
Oh, he's going to lose the...
Okay, there we go. That's the helpful bit.
Oh, big dab skulls.
Wow.
It's the dab skulls.
Eats double skulls, doesn't go down. Has defended the Crocs, but of course just given up another new very juicy fouling target.
In fact, Jimmy can take down the block Saurus, the guard Saurus, then
you
foul.
can still foul the Crocs if you get pals on this Saurus.
Oh, the dab skulls once again having a massive impact on the game. Who could have seen that?
And once again, I glance at the other screen to find Amazon Cage in disarray and with a rat ogre standing directly in front of the ball.
Oh, gets the pound, the 1 and 9, the blockless block. Well, that opens a very interesting path. Not anymore. And here comes the blitz with Gressel. Gets the pow. Nearly my favorite roll. Jimmy advance, armor break. Ooh, this is a big one. Now, any KO result that Dragou suffers will be uploaded instantly.
Yep.
Big 2D, just pushes. But now there is a foul target there, and there is a Blodgeghoul waiting at the back. That ghoul probably will advance a couple of squares.
But we're already at the point where we can definitely declare that Faskill will not be winning. At best, he will draw. But even that's looking a bit of a stretch right now. It's by no means impossible, but Krista's in a much better position.
Oh, there you go. That block's coming down for the assist. It's going to be a foul on the Croxigor with a zombie. Here comes +2.
2 assists. Nothing. Not even an armor break. I slightly preferred the 3 assists on the Saurus, but and clearing out that whole side. But maybe that's just me. It wouldn't have worked any better.
And Jimmy has 22 seconds left on the time back. You don't see this every day. Meanwhile, Dragou is still with 4 minutes 43 seconds.
Yep, time pressure definitely is on our Jim here.
Yes, and if you're watching in YouTube, tell us what you could do in 22 seconds. And please, don't say anything related with a woman because we know you don't have access to any anyway. So
Nor would you take a full 22 seconds unless it happened twice. So,
yeah.
It's a tough spot, this. It really is, but this is absolutely anyone's game at this point. Meanwhile, over on the other screen, I have Amazons. Once again, they've managed to clear out from the Rat Ogre, but maybe not permanently. They've got themselves reasonably safe, but they've only got 2 turns to get forward, and they're not over the halfway line yet. And that, remember, is for a draw.
Yep. So now Jimmy going to enter his turn 11. And the Lisas are more or less in a situation like, I don't know very well what I should do exactly right now, but better to keep the skins back. If Jimmy gets some luck with the blocks next turn, he could have a lot of options. And now I think that the king moving that way, the ball is coming down the pitch. He's feeling he needs to get close to a quick score. And yeah, sorry, Abaddon. Is the kicks are 50k.
Yeah, it's an interesting position, this. It's going to be tricky for Jimmy to stop them because they're just so incredibly fast. And Jimmy, of course, without two of his more responsive pieces, with a Wraith and a Wolf both missing.
Sideline cage. And now stand 11 for Jimmy. Okay, gets the push on the Saurus, exactly what he needed. 3 dice, the skink. Oh my god, 1 in 27. Gets rewarded with a POW, but that's not the reroll he wanted. But armor break on the skink.
Now, as things stand at the moment, if we end exactly as we are, Fastgill, having scored no touchdowns, would be out. And Jimmy and Dragou would face another game to decide who wins.
Oh, armor break on the Croxigor with a zombie. Those zombies, Jesus Christ.
But if either of these 2 coaches can get it to a win, then they will go through with Crystal Hunter. Fastgill definitely can't win. He can only draw, and his draw only works for him if there's a draw here.
School and a POW for Jimmy here. My favorite roll gets the change on the grade, which will manage to give him a free hit after this hit with the... Oh, the Pescal. That's a reroll gone. Gets the POW.
However, Fastgill is on the halfway line with 2 turns to go, facing a double wall of rats in front of him. So perhaps someone hasn't told Chunter about Leap, but it's still incredibly hard to get through this wall. He does have 1 Amazon in the backfield, but only 1. Now Fastgill putting in the thinking time. He's got 16 seconds left and then 2 minutes on reserve to try and work out how to get this done. He needs the draw. Without a draw, he is definitely going out. Opens with a 1 die that's a skull and re-rolls it into another skull. He is almost doomed. There's 1 Amazon in range. If Crystal takes that down, this is over.
Oh, blitz action, but full appearance work. He has to spend a reroll. Oh, now sidestepping.
Chunter knows what he's doing, puts a 3 die in on the 1 remaining Amazon in range. Gets the POW. This is over. Crystal wins. Fastgill loses. A draw is no good for him. Fastgill is out. If this is a draw, the 2 will have to play again because they've scored more touchdowns than Fastgill. If either of them wins, they will go through with Crystal.
All bets are off.
And
And
another
now the
Amazon team
Skinks
fails.
have to move back because they're in a very complicated situation.
Yeah, Jim did really well that turn to get what little he has that's responsive in front of the ball. Really, really nice turn from him. It still might not be enough, but it's a really good turn.
And now the pressure of the numbers start to wait on Dragou.
Yes, it did suck that it cost 2 rerolls, Christopher, but sometimes it's just got to get done. And it got done. Without that, I think it would have been almost impossible to stop the Lizards. So I think Jimmy did the right thing. And as we're seeing, the Lizards are now going to pull back centrally and not come forwards yet. So, I mean, it's a temporary reprieve, but it is a reprieve. Jimmy's still alive. We are finished on the other screen.
And there you go. So all the action is happening here and double pow into armor break. Now turn 12 for Jimmy. Base in the Saurus. Blitz in the right side skin with the Wraith, only pushes, not ideal. Coming back to provide a lot of assists to his fellow teammates. And now the bloodbowl can hit the blockless Lizard. Jimmy doing some safe moves at some point.
Well, I mean, until back end of the turn usually. Yes, I mean, you're sort of right and wrong, Mr. Greedy. And of course, Abaddon is 100% right. Rerolls, is 100% wrong. Basically, do nothing is right. So, reroll is 50k if it is rostered, but it is 100k if you get an induced apothecary. So you can get extra apothecaries with inducement money, and they are 100k, but to roster one is 50k. So you could build a NAF design with a roster, an apothecary on roster, and then another apothecary that you induce. Not in every rule set you bring extra ones, but it's not impossible.
Oh, sad foul by Jimmy. He didn't use enough passing there. There wasn't no run up or anything.
Abaddon, there's a load of nuance in the decision between apothecaries and kegs. I quite like kegs on very low AV teams. Hello, Crystal. Congratulations. I was watching your game and informing our chat of the sort of twin process. So you've gone through, and Fazkid is 100% out. And if anyone wins this, they go through. And if this is a draw, they will play another game. So the advantage of apothecaries is they do 100% work on badly hurts. You get a 6 in 16 chance of them working on any other injury. They 100% work on KOs, which then stay on the field. So yes, maybe a keg or two feels like a great way of getting knocked out players back. And certainly with stunties and, as I said, very low AV teams, I think they can really give value. But an apothecary is just, it's more useful in more situations. There's more ways you can choose to deploy it that will do things that are positive. Yeah, good spot there by More Playback, because we're not doing a very good job. You're right, the Lizards have used their last reroll, making Jimmy's only reroll the one and most important one.
Hey, Chanter, yes, we were following your game. We have spies. Sorry.
It is Jobu.
Agents around your game. And here comes the POW with the Blue King blockless blitz that gets rewarded with an armor break.
Oh yes, you did. Fastkill did Fastkill score? I thought he didn't, Chunter. Oh no, that's right. He scored and you one turned and then you scored. So he has got another one. That does slightly complicate things, doesn't it? Let me just check. I had forgotten that touchdown. Yes, so if this stays a 1-1 draw, then all three of them are on the same points and the same touchdown difference and the same touchdown scored. I don't know how they handle that if three people end on exactly the same tie breaks. Yes, an apothecary will work on a badly hurt. And what it does on anything worse than a badly hurt is re-roll the injury. If it's badly hurt, it works. So, yeah. Yeah, absolutely not my job, more playback. Absolutely not.
It's not our job, probably. We'll end in front of the boards of ethics to decide what to do there, or whatever equivalent they have. I mean, in my opinion, the three of them should be expelled from the competition for making things complicated. You know, you don't want this kind of annoying coaches that create this kind of situations and all that. So, boom, banned from the game.
And, you know, some might say that being in this competition, I should perhaps have some sense of what the rules are. And I say no.
Blockless block again, because, I mean, after all, there's going to be a lot of blockless block.
Yeah. And he'd have to take the one in 9. With one reroll left, he'd have to take that one in 9.
Dab skulls, Jimmy last reroll. I think he's just blaming his face, but that opens a huge pass. So he decides to reroll it and gets the POW. I think he could have afforded to win that one.
Well, I mean, it does open a huge, huge hole down the middle, assuming the croc score does something on that other zombie. But, I mean, they're so far back that you definitely get at least one more turn to try and do something with your ghouls. And now you've got no rerolls. I think that's a big...
No rerolls for Jimmy, no rerolls for Dragou. 22 seconds still for JimmyFantastic. 3 minutes, 33 seconds for Dragou.
Yeah, absolutely, Seabros. When you don't have a wolf and when you're down to one wraith, to keep your one wraith and both of your ghouls on the same side of the pitch against something as fast as lizards does feel risky, doesn't it? And sure enough, they are coming down that other flank, as any sensible person would.
It's gonna become a lot on the blitz. I guess the Saurus on the ground
is he doing?
Will be the one blitzing.
Yeah, I suppose so. But it's still got the minus of the golem, so it's still a 1... No, it's 2 die right now, isn't it? Okay. Really needs this to POW, though, doesn't he? Or is he going to dodge the skink out first, which would be incredibly risky, but...
Here comes the blitz and gets the POW on the zombie.
Yep, needed that. That's very, very good news for Dragou. Not so good news for JimmyFantastic. He may have all the chocolate, but this game he certainly hasn't had all the dice so far.
And those ghouls are far away from the action, watching. Probably have to watch the ball with binoculars.
Well, they're more than a move and a rush away, which is, it's a concern, isn't it? They have to centralise this coming turn. They just have to. If they stay over that side, then the lizards just score, don't they?
Yes. Big dodge.
And in fact, if they were even over there, you could 5+ in to surf this skink, and I would absolutely try that in Jimmy's spot. But they're not over there, so they can't.
Well, Jimmy can 6+ dodge with a zombie into 1D to serve the ball right now. Ooh, badly hard on the grave.
Well, if you're going to do that, you may as well just 6+ with the Saurus in there. So yeah, that's the other Wraith gone. Probably too late to be massively effective, but it doesn't help him free those ghouls, that's for shit and sure.
No more graves, like at the end of the movie Ghost.
Why? Why are you taking on the Saurus there? Oh. I suppose it's the only thing you've got 2 die on, but I just didn't think it was as useful as pushing that zombie, let alone powering it. Here come the ghouls. Here come the ghouls. Now, the other one will have to dodge. Jimmy does not have a block to free it.
If I
Very tough spot this for Jimmy. He's only got 3.
Oh, the 1 in 9 of nightmares.
Oh, that is brutal.
Oof.
That's
Well,
just
once
really
again fails,
yeah.
but then gets a 6 like a pro. All in the grease, guys.
Oof.
All in the grease.
Well, that gives him some hope back. If that ghoul had fallen, I think we'd have seen a lizard win.
Every roll is a critical roll. Oh, huge power.
That
there.
was a huge power and blitz. Loving that. And of course,
turn
knocks that
15
Saurus over.
for the Saurus, for the lizards.
Frankly, all it means is another 1 in 9 dodge for the skinks, but that's better than not making it happen.
It's another 1 in 9. In theory, at some point, you have to fail one.
Well, yeah. The first thing you've just got to do, of course, is get this ball down the field. It's already, I think, too late for Jim to score back. Jim's real hope here is a draw and taking it to another game.
Or whatever happens in the triple threat.
No, it's not impossible. The wrestle ghoul is just about in range. There's a zombie that he could throw it to. If it caught it, it could score. So it's not impossible. But realistically here, I think he is playing for the draw. And of course, if it is a 1-1 draw, that will put them and Faskill all on the same points and the same touchdowns scored. As Chunter said, he beat them all 2-1. The zombie was a 1 die. How was it a 1 die? It was on a skink. Oh, what, the zombie on the Saurus? Yeah, but on the wrong Saurus to free the ghoul. Now, of course, Dragou with the luxury of time here. So he's got 31 seconds on his clock, but also another 3.5 minutes. And if he makes this second 3+, second 3+, he's in a great position. It's needs the reroll.
Fails. Makes it.
Makes it. I think you have to do the rush there. This is now a 4+ in. Sorry, a 5+ in, which is 55% with a dodge reroll to serve. I just think you need to make the extra dodge and make it a 6. The extra rush, I mean. I know he doesn't have any rerolls, so it's much easier to stop, but because that is its 8 moved, and I guess the other skink can come and tidy it up because I just don't think this is safe. So that other skink has to dodge and come in and help, I think. Yeah, so he tags it with the Saurus, freeing that skink, tagging the ghoul, and hopefully protecting his ball a little more. I say hopefully, obviously I'd like Jim to win this, but I suppose on a personal level I wouldn't. I mean, not that I give a shit, but I suppose I should want to play Dragou more than Jim, but it doesn't worry me. You play whoever you play, don't you? Yeah, the timeout was huge here.
Yeah.
No one should have to rely on
timeout there.
Obviously, when I beat Crystal with a timeout, it was just absolutely normal and fine. When Jimmy loses to one, it's terrible.
So there were 2 timeouts, and both of them hurt Jimmy's chances.
Yeah.
And here we go. The time of legends has arrived.
Well, that's skink where I said. So we haven't even got a 6 in to surf now. I I mean, this is tricky. You can 6+ in and then surf. If you make the 6+, it's very easy to surf, but it's still a 6 on 2 die with dodge. It's still tricky, to put it fucking mildly. And I'm just not sure Jimmy, frankly, has the balls for it. We'll see. There's lots of other things you can do here. He is trying it. I like this. Jim going for the big play. Needs the 6+ to save this. Doesn't get on the first one. Gets it on the second. He's in. What a play from Jimmy. It's exactly what I would have tried. It needed doing, and it's got done. And now he's going to surf that ball, and we are almost... Oh! Oh! Oh, my God! Oh!
Oh my God!
This is not good for Jimmy, to put it fucking mildly. Which is why he can't bring himself to pick one of those 2 skulls. He knows it means doom.
Oh my God!
After he made the 6, he made the big hero play. Jimmy normally prefers the safer plays, but he made the hero play. And if these lizards don't 1 in 9, it's going to be to no avail. They don't have a reroll either. This is a 1 in 9 to surf the ghoul and score.
Well, that's absolutely one of the Blood Bowl things that that called surveillance.
Yeah, good call there from Plo. Of course, I'm just feeling things. What we should do here, obviously, is blitz with the Saurus, making it 3 die, just needing to surf. That makes it a 1 in 27. Brutal, Jim.
Damn it. God.
Fucking brutal, mate.
It was a really brutal game, wasn't it, honestly? It's a bit of a
all the way
Dyson,
through,
right?
dude.
Bit of a Dyson, but... I mean, obviously the timeout's the biggest thing, right? Without a timeout, it's a draw, and then we go through to the thing.
Gets the push.
I just shouldn't have made that block. It was the failure state of the fucking zombie was just too bad.
Faskill lost 2-1. If this had been a 1-1, all 3 of you would have been on exactly the same points and touchdowns and everything. But unfortunately, that's unless we get another timeout, which is not impossible as we've seen.
That
puts Dragou in a very good position. However, if there is a timeout and you score, it knocks Faskill out. He can no longer go through, and Jimmy and Dragou would play again.
Yeah.
So let's hope for timeout if you're on Jimmy's side. You certainly did, Crystal. I watched your game. No one can accuse you of anything other than playing the Crystal way to win. We said at the start, me and Fairmere, there was no way you'd do otherwise. You just
there is no way of any other possible situation.
Yeah. You're not a South Korean badminton player or whichever. Was it North Korea, South Korea?
I'll play for the timeout. Bye now.
Yeah, Jim's got to play for the timeout here. It's literally his only route forwards. Unless, of course, Dragou's computer dies or someone drops out and they, for some reason, decide to give Jimmy another seat. But even if this doesn't work, remember, we'll still see Jim on comms for the finals, so we're not out of Jimmy. Very rough end, Justin.
No, you will be out of probably me because I will be needed to comment any other Jimmy's game, so your only chance to give me in something Blood Bowl related for a while will be paying, for the coaching and getting the extra money, guys.
I think Jimmy would go through any way you offered him a way through. I think if he had to crawl on his knees through a fire pit and then eat fetid wolf droppings, he would do it. Yes, the wolf one-turn touchdown is possible, and the wolf is back, as is the remaining wraith. But it's just incredibly difficult against strength 4 and strength 5, and with a setup that's not going to allow you easily around the edge. So, and a setup that's also designed to stop the timeout, which we saw at the end of the first half. It would sort of feel symmetrical if we saw it again. Yeah, without a reroll, it's brutally difficult. I mean, even the 2-turn is, but the Lizards got it done somehow, didn't they? Chat, very lucky to have both Olivia Delac and Justicium in the chat, two of the great players alive today.
And there you go.
There we go. Oh, poor luck, Jim.
Over.
Man, I really hate timeout.
Yeah. It's all fun and games when it happens to someone else, isn't it, Jim?
Yo, it's hilarious when it happens to other people. That's Blood Bowl, isn't it? Right? Blood Bowl's hilarious when all the shitty things happen to other people.
Yeah. At least the first time out made you have all 11 players for turn 2.
Yeah. And the timeout actually, I was forced in early, right? So the timeout helped me when like he banged me out. It helped me to get my score in without him, without leaving him time. So annoying though. My rushes were great. Look.
Jim, I never believed you would do that 6-in dodge for the really easy surf. I'm very impressed you did, mate.
No, well, you've got. There was.
You don't like a big risk, but that was the only thing that worked.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Like, that's the thing. When it's the only thing you can do.
Yeah. I mean, there were other things you could have done. You know, you could have just knocked one of the skinks at the front and hoped that somehow stopped him, but it wasn't going to.
No, it wasn't going to. No.
Whereas that 6+ dodge and the very easy surf after it was, likely to solve all your problems. The 6+ dodge worked.
Yeah.
We'll talk about the very easy dodge
Glorious.
and your last reroll use
I won't
upfield.
give in until I'm
Probably too
victorious.
It
And
is
I
a
will
little bit too
defend.
soon.
I will defend.
that was the worst part, right?
Time
Yeah.
out equals skill issue, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Ebros.
There was a lot of dub skulls, mate. You didn't get the dice for sure. He had some poor dice at times, but yours were much worse.
Yeah,
I would say
think so.
across that game.
I think so. But it is what it is.
Hell of a game of Blood Bowl, though.
Yeah, it was a good game, wasn't it? And that's the important thing, I guess. I'd still like to have won the tournament. But, it was a long way from winning the tournament, wasn't it? Do you know what I mean? But, you've got to be in it to win it. So I am very sad that I'm out. But,
Long way to go. But as you said before, you're in great company.
yeah.
Diomed, widely regarded as certainly one of the best 2 or 3 players in the world, if not the very best, is out.
Yeah.
K-Fog, also up on that list of perhaps the best 2 or 3 players in the world, is also out.
Yeah.
I have to say I've noticed that Justicium and ODL, is he in and gone through? Or...
Yeah, they both won
maybe
every
not.
game.
So they've both won every game and sailed through, so yeah, both
Shouldn't have won every game and
as I
sailed
said,
through.
certainly 2 of the best 5 players in the world in my book, and then I'd probably only add Sol, and that makes the 5, doesn't it?
There you go. But, man.
So yeah, there's still some good players in, but some very good ones have gone out. We don't know Davo's fate yet, do we?
No, Devo could lose to Force Unlocked. Speak of the devil. He might have already done. No spoilers, please. No spoilers.
Yeah,
please.
no spoilers.
They were playing at the same time as us, I think. So if Force Unlocked beats Devo, then Devo's just probably out, right? Because then it would only need a draw for World Sitar. World Sitar's really good. So
World Sitar is very good at the Blood Bowl.
yeah, he's up there. He's up there at the very top. So, oh man, I'm just sad. It's obviously. I did the mistake, right? I just did that mistake. I just did that bloody zombie block. And if I hadn't made that zombie block, I'd have kept my reroll for the surf. And then I could have rerolled that dub skull. And then probably got a push. And then probably got the surf. And then got the draw and got the weird 3-way, resolution thing.
Yeah.
But also, I could have just not got timed out, and I also could have not had a fleshy dino regen and a wraith dino regen. Oh no, the fleshy did regen, didn't it?
No, the fleshy regen,
didn't.
and the second wraith was only knocked out, I think. But yeah.
And then my wolf that I got surf trying to stop the bloody skull got KO'd and didn't recover, so I have no wolf. If I had a wolf, I'd probably stop him there, right?
So it was interesting, Jim. I was like you. I was looking at coming around the front, and then I spotted, I think a few seconds after you did, to be fair, because I could spot what you were spotting. And I went, oh, yeah, no, there is the route round the back. That's even better. Do that. And you were already doing it by then. And I really liked that. Again, that's 2 surfs that you really had a good chance of doing. The first one I thought was not tough. It was 2 1-in-9s and a single rush, wasn't it?
Yes.
I think 2 rushes before it, so 3 rushes and 2 3+s in total to surf him, and it failed.
Yes.
The second one, of course, was brutal. I love and respect that you went for that 6+. In my heart, I didn't think you would. So Jim's got his balls back, so that's lovely to see.
They never went.
Didn't work for you, mate.
They never went.
No, but you're certainly a little more risk averse than I am.
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
Yeah, that's very fair.
But I loved that 6+ dodge. I thought that was great Blood Bowl. I mean, like you said, easy thing to do because it was the only thing that worked. But lots of people would have just nipped the front of that little shape and hoped to stop them somehow.
Yes, yeah. And I could have done the same, right, with the serve. I could have just blitzed the front skink and stood in the way, but I just thought it's just not going to work.
No. So both times I liked what you did, and you got very unlucky. That's Blood Bowl.
Yeah, the dubs.
But at least you went down swinging for the rafters, mate. Not tamely accepting it.
Yeah,
you did everything doable, I think.
Yeah. I think I did my best. Well, apart from the zombie block that lost me the last reroll.
I mean, again, to hit a skink that,
Well, the thing was, I was thinking, look, it's upright, so if I can make it not upright, that really helps me, doesn't it?
It does. That's definitely true.
And I was on down to 22 seconds of time, man, because I had the god awful score that I had to do, and then the god awful timeout that I had to try and stop. So that had sucked. Man. If I had 3 minutes of time bank, I would have probably thought for a second and not made that block. But I was playing
30% to knock it over and 11% to be on your ass.
Yeah, I was playing on autopilot. That's why I blitzed the Saurus, right, with the Wrestle Ghoul, which they decentralized the Wrestle Ghoul, which gave him that push, which, I probably shouldn't have made that blitz. I should have just done a 1D or dodged the block Ghoul or something. So it was all, but it was all time pressure was just making it.
Yeah, and that reroll on the zombie, we'd have to have it, because again, the time pressure meant we couldn't. We'd have to have a really good look at that shape. I felt you could have taken it, that the ball was far enough back that you still had chances to get in front of it, but it did leave a huge gap.
Yeah, it was just too big.
So I understand why you re-rolled it, but
I felt like he gets too much through there because I'd already made the mistake of moving the other ghoul over. So I made the initial mistake was the ghoul, and then I compounded it with the re-roll burn.
Yeah.
So it's not like I played perfect or anything. I do think I played better than Dragou. No offense, I just do think I did play better. Right? I think I had 2 chances to.
I didn't spot him do anything I thought was terrible. But
no, he didn't do anything wrong. No,
I don't disagree with you. I thought you played better of the two, but you didn't get the dice, mate.
No, not loads better or anything, right? I just think
not the dice. The dice weren't there when they were needed.
Yeah.
And that's all. Anyway, I have to leave you guys.
Yeah.
I still have a few things to do. My mom got a new kitten, and she's calling me to know what to do with him, because it seems the kitten is hiding somewhere in their house.
It's a small brown bag, a little bit of weight in there, and then you go to the river.
Oh my god!
No. So don't say those things. It's a kitten for my parents, so behave.
I love cats. I love dogs too. Unfortunately, my partner's allergic to everything. I was joking. You should never be cruel to animals. Obviously, you should be cruel to anybody.
No.
Except people that set up for
a
Blood Bowl game without an anti-blitz defense.
Oh dear, PC. Right. Thank you.
Later.
Thank you
can
very
still
much,
laugh, Jim.
Mate.
I will also see you later, my friend. I thought you
you.
played great.
Thank you.
In Blood Bowl, that doesn't always work, though, does it?
No, it doesn't. Thank you very much, PC and Fimea. And that's the thing. That's my take on it. I do think I played a bit better than Fastskill, and I think I played a bit better than Dragou, but only a bit better, right? And then I got a bit worse dice in every game. I don't think Chunter played better than me, right? I don't think I played better than Chunter either. I just think we just played a game, and every game I just kind of got the worst dice, and it's thin margins, isn't it? Thin margins in this, even if I think I'm a 72% and Dragou's a 68%, at the end of the day, that's just not enough to translate to victory consistently, is it? It just isn't. So and it's a tough racial matchup. Obviously, Lizard's tough racial. I was obviously buzzing to death when I cast the Saurus. Thought, oh my god, okay, that's driver sure. Then he cast the things he started casting. I was like, oh my god, and then I just rolled loads of dice. So I did get lucky to score my touchdown, and he played well. He didn't do anything wrong. He didn't do any glaring errors. I nearly made a glaring error of letting him hit my ball for free. So and I made the glaring error of the zombie, so maybe I didn't play better. But everyone's biased, aren't they? So I thought I did well in the World Championship. Honestly, I think if I didn't make that zombie block, if I didn't get the timeout, if I moved my cage 1 over versus Chunter, I guess I made that mistake versus Chunter, right? So, and then I really don't think I made a mistake in the Amazon game. Oh yeah, the turn 14, I should have moved over at the side, and then that might have made him struggle to catch me, and then maybe I could have broken through on turn 15. So, all those things, but mostly if I just had a bit more luck in every game, I would have also, got probably even a win versus Chunter, right? Because I got outbashed on my drive, so I couldn't even score on my own drive. But if I'd scored 1-0 up, then maybe he would have still scored early, and then if I hadn't made that mistake, could have won. Could have, like, not that far away from 3 wins, right? Literally not that far away from 3 wins. But well. What can you do? I tried, and yes, as we mentioned, you know, Diomed and K-Fog both going out as well. So that's Blood Bowl, isn't it? Thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and stay fantastic.